My name is Christelle Yimon. I was born and raised in Trinidad and Tobago, a tiny island in the southern Caribbean, classed as a developing country. My family, including my mother, lives there. She's diagnosed with late stage metastasized colorectal cancer 2.5 years ago. The World Health Organization assessed that cancer is actually the second leading cause of death, with Trinidad having the highest cancer mortality rates in the entire Caribbean Latin American region. It is very unfortunate, but I pray that my mother does not become a part of that statistic. But facing cancer in a developing country like Trinidad and Tobago has proven to be very difficult, as my family and I have learned as we journey through our fight. So some of the basic challenges that we have experienced as well as many other cancer patients in developing countries that I know of is that a large part of the healthcare industry in terms of resources and funding is focused on other parts of other areas of interest like infectious diseases such as Ebola virus or dengue fever. And cancer, however, as a critical disease has actually been completely sidetracked. Also, the Caribbean faces a problem known as brain drain. So, a lot of people who are actually specialized in treating cancer and the diagnosis of cancer tend to migrate to places like the UK and the US. And also, there's no cancer research sector in the Caribbean. But primarily, the largest problem, I think, is misdiagnosis, mistreatment, and late diagnosis. Because of this lack of fundamental knowledge in terms of treating cancer, and also there's a lack of infrastructure and the latest technology in place. This is probably the biggest problem in terms of the cancer mortality rates seen in developing countries. And also, for example, in Trinidad, while the drugs for cancer treatment are actually free, they are inconsistently available. So they may be available for part of the year, but not for the entire year. So patients are not guaranteed that they will be getting effective and regular treatments. And also another avenue is medical visas. A lot of people try to get these visas in order to seek healthcare treatment abroad. But these visas are very expensive. They're not guaranteed, and it's actually a very lengthy process in order to get one. Seeking out expensive private sector healthcare that most Trinidadians can't afford, or folk medicine using traditional local urban ingredients that have not exactly been medically improved, or just living with the disease till passing away are some examples of how Caribbean people deal with cancer. Solutions to a lot of these challenges are emphasizing the development of an international network with organizations like the American Cancer Society. Also, government needs to reassess budgets by putting into place better infrastructure for things like screening and early detection, and more educational outreach programs to actually create awareness in the larger society that cancer is indeed a problem and that we need to promote lifestyle prevention. So there is a long way to go in terms of the state of cancer care in developing countries, but I hope that, for example, through my PhD cancer-driven research and what I've been learning in courses like this about science communication here at Cornell, that I can also help be a part of changing my region's outlook on this critical disease.